Hey guys, working out of my home office today. I just wanted to give you an update because I felt this was really important. As you all know, I'm a big Tesla guy. I play Tesla up and down. Yesterday, I did it both ways. It was kind of wonderful. But there's a lot of rumors about this whole Tesla merger with SpaceX and AI. I want to clarify some things because stories can tend to can spiral out of control, and then you see all these YouTubers running with these stories that aren't necessarily 100% accurate. So I spent the latter part of the morning trying to make sense of it all, and I'm sure there's more to it than what I'm going to mention to you now. But I'll give you the updates based on what's going on right now. Tesla currently in pre-market is just under $427 with a nice $5 push up. A lot of this is on speculative news that you might have heard. The abundance of stories about a potential xAI Tesla merger stems from a mix of speculation and leaks and media hype in the lead up to the actual announcement. Now, over the past few weeks, there have been reports from outlets like Bloomberg and suggesting that Elon Musk was exploring ways to consolidate his companies, or including possible tie-ups between xAI and SpaceX, and even Tesla amid xAI's massive funding needs for AI. Infrastructure, SpaceX preparations, etc., right, for the IPO that's supposed to come out with SpaceX. So these rumors, fueled by Tesla's recent $2 billion investment in xAI. That's not a rumor, that's happening. He made the announcement, part of a larger $20 billion funding for xAI, round for xAI, which sparked a lot of questions regarding what deeper integration will they have. Musk always has this deep plan, and maybe this is a part of his plan to eventually get Tesla to certain levels and make his compensation, right? Get his compensation package. So what we have here is social media and X posts amplifying this like crazy, right? Analysts are discussing all types of scenarios where Tesla, xAI, and SpaceX all combine and collaborate. There's a lot of collaboration that can happen between them, between AI chips, robotics, satellites. However, much of it is speculative. And remember, anything that Tesla does has to have a shareholder vote. It's a public company. Anything Musk does privately is one thing, but just like the compensation plan would need to be voted on, there needs to be board meetings and votes for bigger line items, right? So the truth, from what I see it, based on all the confirmed facts, is that as of February 3rd, xAI was acquired by SpaceX, not Tesla, right? In a deal that was announced on February 2nd. That creates a combined private company worth 1.25 trillion, with 1 trillion attributed to SpaceX and a quarter of a trillion, $250 billion for xAI. That's the estimates right now. xAI will become a subsidiary under SpaceX with goals to build orbital data centers and AI, leveraging all of SpaceX rockets, which are unbelievable, and Starlink, which is even more unbelievable. It's kind of crazy how much technology this guy, can generate, and how many ideas that actually manifest. So something to be said for that. There's a lot of space-based computing to address the AI energy demands, right? So Musk is on top of that as well. Financial details were not fully disclosed about the full transaction, but it would be the biggest M&A transaction ever if this were to happen. Tesla is not part of the merger yet, as far as we know. It's not. It's a $2 billion investment that stands separately, potentially paving the way for future collaboration. So I see them operating together, and I see Musk kind of controlling the pictures, saying, look, I want Tesla to be more involved, but what have you done for me lately? What am I getting out of it? So he's got his 12 tranche program, and I could see that somewhere down the road with all of his control mechanisms, having all of the companies collaborate and benefiting each other. So it's a massive announcement, but it's not a Tesla takeover, right? So it's very important to understand the differentiate. It may fuel Tesla's bounce, but they're not generating the revenue yet off of any of these things. So here's a clear up-to-date overview of Elon's major companies and their status. Tesla is publicly traded, right? The market cap is about $1.5 trillion. There's no mergers announced. It invested $2 billion in what would be a larger $20 billion investment later, to fuel xAI and AI in general. He's staying on top of the times. The SpaceX is a private rocket and satellite company, and now the world's most valuable private firm, with estimates as high as $1.25 trillion post-acquisition, as they say, right? That's, $1 trillion for that and $0.25 for that, like we just said. So pretty big, and a lot of movement for where it can go. X, formerly known as Twitter, right? Private social media platform acquired by Musk in 2022. He took a public company, made it private, bought it out. It's got loose ties to xAI via data for Grok training and some other stuff. I use Grok. I happen to like it. Then you got Neuralink that comes out of that, the private brain computer interface company. There's no merger activity or anything discussed with that. It's independent, but it could collaborate with xAI on artificial intelligence. Then he's got the Boring Company, which does private tunneling, and it's an infrastructure firm. There's no recent merger news with that. And as for future combinations, we don't know. We just know what I just mentioned to you. So it's very important not to take the hype. Hey, yeah, Tesla's taking over. It's going to $4 trillion. Automatically, it's going to double tomorrow. No, it will push the stock because it's good, positive news. But this is not a takeover. So very important. Musk seems to be very focused on the SpaceX AI entity and on its IPO. He seems to be very driven to get Tesla to the next level of not just a car company. That seems to be the least of his focus. Anything, all the technologies are his focus. We need to see more FSD. We need to see more battery use. We need to see more other technologies. He's making room for the robotics, taking away some cars off the production line and replacing those facilities with robotic creation. So it's amazing. I like to keep my eye on him, on his official statements, on the things that he does, because things can evolve very, very quickly. So, thank you for joining Tamir's here. Safe trading, everybody. I want to see you guys successful and growing your accounts. So don't jump into the hype. Don't believe everything you see on YouTube. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe.